Is Danger Boy Deegs now giving the middle finger to the industry? Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting polo punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So let's step back on the Moto merry-go-round as we examine the good, the bad, and maybe just a little bit of the ugly.
No, Walty, not the ugly. Only examine rainbows and sunshine.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the ruts. We're going to look through the ruts today together, my friends, because the sport is changing. Now, in the past, back in the day, when Moto was hardcore and not watered down and sugar-coated and rainbows and sunshine and lollipops and unicorns and puppy dogs and teddy bear type of marketing, it was very hardcore. One Punch Evan, Weston Pike, Jack and Fools, J-Law. I mean, you name it. We've had our share of characters. And that spawned the birth of a lot of video games because we were almost like pro wrestling of motorsports, right? That's what we needed. That's what we wanted. But then Wall Street apparently infiltrated the sport, and now you get what we got today, which is playoffs and referees and intermission shows, and not intermission, half times, and bringing instead of rock stars or ex-champs to be interviewed and paid guests to come, it's football players and NASCAR drivers. It's clearly cross-marketing, and then you introduce Telemundo, because we have about 20 million new residents that are getting actually pushed out. So we'll see if Telemundo sticks around, but chances are they will. That's where we're at today. So that's what it was like. That's what happened. And that's what it's like now, which brings us to one of the only polarizing actual characters that I see out on the track today, other than AP maybe.
Yee-hoo! Keep blowing the lid off it, Walty.
That have a little bit of what I knew back in the early 2000s when it was the golden era of Moto. In my opinion, that's just because that's when I worked in the industry, deep in the trenches, 15 years.
15? That computer itself looks like it's 20 years old, Walty.
Yeah, it's about 15 years. Insanity, right? Insanity. Loved it. Love. So much fun. And back then, the industry was not as Wall Street infiltrated as now. I had a lot of allies and colleagues. Yeah, Feld was around, and I remember they shut me down and even Triple X down. We used to do, CD throws or giveaways and sticker tosses in the pits. Can't do that. And then like at Motostar, I'm doing t-shirt giveaways. Can't do that. No, can't do that. You're going to interfere with our merchandise sales. So, I mean, that's whatever. It is what it is. I get it. But, of course, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So, we knew we were probably going to get stopped. But then, I remember like at Triple X, I mean, they made us change our logo instead of Moto Triple X. X3. You guys remember that? One year it was X3, maybe even 2. And so, I mean, it's just, they don't want this to be edgy. And this is alternative sports, blood sport, modern day gladiator games. So I don't know. I mean, there's just really not a whole lot you can do that. And this season proves case positive, as we've seen more riders evaporate, and that always happens. You see a lot of these riders that aren't qualifying for night shows start to qualify in. You see a lot of these riders that can't qualify for mains actually start to make it, and that's why we're having a big lapper problem, which we've always had. Then you have a lot of eventually people like, Dylan Ferrandis, who take the privateer ride and try to just be out there. And the reason Ferrandis took that ride, it wasn't because he wanted to ride the Phoenix Honda. It was because he wanted to fill in ride, because every year there's somebody that ends up getting hurt. You had both 450 riders for Honda get hurt, and Dylan would have been a top candidate. Anybody, if I'm a paying sponsor, put somebody on the bike. But because they have made the Wonder Boy, the chosen one, the Moto Messiah, and his Batman and Robin brother.
Yo, cheers, mate. I don't know what it was like back in the day, Walty, but we're getting paid now off the bike more than we were on the bike. Boom!
Hunter, the face of the sport, at least attempted to before Danger Boy kind of spoiled that party, which we're going to talk about here in a sec, is they decided that we would be better off having these guys at the races, not on the bike, than somebody else out there on the bike not putting in the type of finishes these guys can put in. Now, I think it's stupid, personally. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I have been around long enough that If you can put Ferrandis on that bike, I'm sure he's a top 10 guy. I am sure of it. And everybody's going to give you a mulligan because he's a fill-in rider. I mean, we've seen the Alex Rays. We've seen the Freddie Norns. We've seen a lot of these other guys position themselves that were far less of a rider get a factory fill-in ride. And it was a factory fill-in ride, so we gave him a mulligan. Nobody was throwing him under the bus like, oh, the bike sucks, the team sucks. No, you can't jump on any bike, even a factory equipment, and come out guns a-blazing. Rarely. There's been probably a time or two, and I can't even think of them off the top of my head, where a fill-in rider was able to segue that into a ride. Other than...
Yo, what up, Walty Wanderers? I made it work, but then I got hurt.
Recently, maybe Ty Masterpool with the Pro Circuit Kawasaki. But that was in the lights class. But with speaking of lights class, here comes enter in.
Yo, what's up, Walty? Full send. That's how I do it, baby.
Danger Boy. Now, when Danger Boy came in, he was mopping up in Loretta's. And when we heard that he was going to go ahead and make his pro debut in the outdoors, a lot of us, myself included, too early. Too early to usher this guy in. And besides that, why? It's not like you need him. Star Racing already had it covered. Why bring him in? Why? Because they probably the industry encouraged it because they're like, hey, it'll be more fanfare, blah, 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 whatever. And he had a horrible debut. But as we've seen now, he has been a solid enough rider to put it all together and shake off those bad races and come out swinging. He proved a lot of us wrong. Now, I'm not, just so we're clear. Danger, boy, Deegs, listen, bro. Had you stayed in Loretta's, you would have came in with even more hype and maybe commanded even bigger contract dollars because you were smoking those guys with one hand. Why not milk it for as long as you can and then come in with major hype and major contract money? But regardless, it wasn't about the money for the Deegs. Why? Because they're already rich.
Rich, Walty? Why didn't you try mega rich?
That's why. And I love that about Bubba. Bubba needs to be the main broadcaster. Ricky and Lee, man, you know what? Nothing personal. You guys are good. You're good. And if you're the new Jeff and Ralph, so be it. We will accept it. You're just going to go through your proper hazing like everybody else. And that's clearly what's going on now. But Bubba definitely needs to be in the booth full-time. Full-time for sure, even if it's with Weege. And, Langston was a really good in the outdoors. I just thought he was probably one of the better commentators that I've ever seen. But it goes deep. There's a lot of good commentators. But the realities are this. Bubba said, Deegs, even though he's rich, he's not like one of these other riders that had to get there the hard way. Now, he came up the hard way, meaning he's had his share of putting in the amount of seat time necessary, but he had high-level equipment right out of the gate, and his dad was ultra successful in marketing and branding. Everything was already there. But the reality is this. Bubba said it the best. Deegs rides, even though it doesn't, like his next meal depends on it. That's the sign of the Deegs that I believe warrants the most praise or respect or acknowledgement. The dude rides full send even though he doesn't have to. It's just he watched his dad go full send, sacrificing it, and I'm sure his dad has told him, dude, listen, that was me back in the day. I had to go the freestyle route because the racing thing didn't work out. I just got lucky and I was able to, it's more luck than skill. Even Brian, the general, I'm sure if you ask him, yes, there was a lot of skill involved, but I'm sure there was a lot of luck. Timing was perfect. And that brings us into enter Danger Boy. Initially, the Danger Boy came in and they had to make room for him. Now, he was the bad boy. Now, of course, they're playing by the rules within the boundaries as much as needed just to be able to get him through his career. But we are seeing, I think it's our boy, even 7 Deuce Deuce. He's like, all these pressers now, it's always like, Adam, you got a question, Adam? And he's great, by the way. Adam Interknap, kudos, brother. You are completely yourself behind the camera, and that alone makes you awesome, brother. Awesome. And respect. But I don't know if it was you, or maybe it was somebody out asked, was like, Deegs, are you ever going to bring the spikes out on your shoulder pads like your dad did? Like, why are you wearing the chest protector? You plan on putting spikes on it? And he's like, I don't know, maybe, dude. Like, we'll see. Like, I haven't really thought about it. But yeah, maybe if like I was to wrap it up early for the last round, I'd run the spikes. That's what we're going to get. Deegs is coming. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to really bring up. Deegs is a unique kid. And he's a good kid. And this family is all about God, family, country. You got to respect, mad respect, right? I mean, that's the movement of the country now that we moved away from, was this complete opposite of God, family, country. It was we don't need to get into that. We'll let some of our other friends like Cooksey cover that stuff.
Yo, check me out, Walty. I snuck into the races too. Boom.
But reality is this. I saw a post, and it might have been on Instagram, where this dad had waited 5 hours in an autograph line. I think it might have been a shop signing or maybe even at one of the races.
Danger Boy, I'm your biggest fan. Can I get an autograph? Full send, baby.
It was an autograph line. He waited 5 hours to get Deeg's autograph. And all the other Star Racing guys were there as well. All the other racers were there, at least the lights guys. And he finally gets to Deegs. And he finally gets to Deegs, and he puts down his hat or whatever he's having signed. You know, he's like, all right, I'm finally gets to Deegs. Just all keeps talking to somebody else. Never even acknowledges the kid. And the dad's like, bro, really? Like, man, normally, like, I would be like, bro, I get it. It is what it is. But he's like, my kid waited 5 hours. All the other riders took the time to ask, hey, what's up, bro? How old are you? Hey, what's up, bro? What do you ride? You know, make it an experience. They understood this kid waited 5. Now, in Deeg's defense, he was engaged, I think, with just some casual conversation. He should have been concentrated. You're there to sign autographs for your fans. They warranted that level of attention. Now, I don't know if this was an isolated incident or if he was, in fact, nonchalant the whole time. Like, this sucks. I'm big time. I'm Danger Boy Deegs. I'm a YouTube star. I'm ultra rich. Like, this is lame. I should be excused from this, but it's contractually obligated. So I'm just going to sit here and sign and do as little interaction as possible. It might have just been a day where the Deegs was, like, not feeling it, or he might not even have realized. I'm sure now, though, and especially after even this report, it's going to come across his desk where they're going to say, dude, at autograph signings, can you please? And I'm sure it's not in his contract. You have to interact with every effort. No, you don't have to do that. You just got to be there. He did what he was supposed to do. He was there and he signed. Now, that's on Deegs. But I believe his dad or somebody's going to be like, dude, somebody saw you, you caught on film, not blowing off the little kid, but basically not even acknowledge him, not even making eye contact, not even saying what's up, not even saying thanks for the support, not saying anything. I mean, that's all the kid needed. And that's like, he's, for the rest of his life, going to, and it might have bothered his dad more than the kid. The kid's just like, okay, thanks. And he's off to the next autograph. But, you know, there's a good chance had the Deegs been like, yo, what up, bro? Full send. Are you full send like Danger Boy? Whatever. That kid would have remembered that and been a fan for life. And final thoughts that come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. Danger Boy, welcome back to the swimming pool. Bro, amazing rider, amazing family, amazing dude. We have all had our moments. I have done the exact same thing in life, you know, whether it's at work, you know, somebody comes up to me, a coworker, and I'm too good or I'm too big for you, or I'm just preoccupied in my thoughts. I accidentally maybe didn't give them the time or acknowledgement that they were hoping for. We've all done that. But you're a polarizing figure making millions of dollars, and it was caught on film. I even remember back in the day, I used to have a lot of people like, bro, you're going to be at the races. I'm like, yeah, I'll be at the truck, man. I'll be at the truck. Come see me. And I remember, you know, Kyle Lewis and Larry Ward and Damon Huffman and Tim Ferry or Nick Way or whoever else we might have had at Triple X, and they're signing autographs. And then people would come up and be like, yo, is Walty around? And I'd be like, I get people asking for me. Always cruising up. Bro, what is up? you take time. I was like, I don't, no, dude, tell him I'm not around, bro. And I used to have people stand in line to talk to me. Even now when I go to the races all the time in the stands, I'd be like, dude, Walty, hey, Walty, man, what's up, dude? I watch your videos. I'm like, bro, thanks so much, dude. Hug, bro. Hug it out. I mean, this is the type of thing that will come with age. With age comes wisdom. So, danger. Going to give you a mulligan on this one, but just understand one thing. Walty's going to be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, gonna love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.